Pay me, pay me, pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver now.
Good morning, Bix Weir, roadrunner.com with your morning horn of Z's, your sip of chaga coffee. Let's talk about silver manipulation, crypto manipulation. Manipulation is the name of the game. Any market, anywhere in the world, do not believe that the prices you see are real. Ever. For anything. For the US dollar, for oil, for gold, for silver, for cryptos. It's all fake. 100% fake. We live in a fake world run by fake people doing fake things. But when you get over that, you're like, okay, what do? You get yourself the real deal and you get it in your own possession. That's the only thing that's going to survive. So, go buy yourself some real silver, massively, massively cheap. Yes, they're fighting at $28 now. I've been doing this over 20 years. Over 20 years. How many times have I seen the fight over $30, over $20, over $40, over $10? Time and time again, they rig the market and they rig the market. That's America, my friends. I hate to tell you, that's America. That's the America we live in. Rig, 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 rig. That's why we're in so much trouble. Because without free markets, you have no freedom. And right now, they are stealing our freedom by rigging markets. Those people saying, oh, my God, inflation is going to be rampant. Who determines inflation? The same people who rigged the market. You really think we have like less than 2% inflation in the world? You're drunk. Again. No, they determine if there's inflation, even if, let's just say the price of cereal went up 3 times in the last 10 years. Oh, yeah, it has. They'll tell you, no, it hasn't. Nope, I don't know what you're talking about. Deny, deny, deny. There will be no inflation. Why will there be no inflation? Because they'll tell you there's no inflation. Reality does not matter. They set the price of everything. So yes, this battle for $28 silver is not a real battle. Behind the scenes, they're laughing. The question is, the battle between the good guys and the bad guys, when are they going to end this game? Everybody's been afraid to press the red button. The red button means free market value for everything. When's that going to happen? And what would it do to these derivative banks and the U.S. government and the U.S. Treasury and the Federal Reserve System? They would all go away. So of course they're not going to press it until they know that there's no other choice. And that's where we're getting. The U.S. government knows there's no other choice. Otherwise, we lose. The U.S. government doesn't like to lose. We're the largest debtor nation in the world. If the system collapses, we win because there's no more debt. The largest debtor nation in the world by far is the U.S. government. And when you think about the amount of money being printed right now and you're told, and then you think about the amount of money that's been printed and you haven't been told about it, like Catherine Austin Fitts is discovering, and then think one more time that they can print infinity money, and they do. Money has lost any kind of tether to anything. They can print $1 trillion tomorrow and give it to the CIA and not tell a soul. No, but Bix, that would mean hyperinflation. It should, unless they're the ones determining what inflation is. That's the game. Anyway, the fight for $28, real interesting time. I look for the end of the comics for the prices to be set free in silver. We won't have a silver exchange for a while. We won't know the price of silver. Comics is a fraudulent derivatives market used to control the price of silver. Just like all the exchanges in cryptocurrencies, they're used to control the price of cryptocurrencies, not discover the price. Real interesting thing going on now that had been planned. Rostin Bingham, the head of the CFTC, is leaving. He is leaving in June, this month. Good riddance. They haven't announced who will be his successor, but I tell you who it'll be. It'll be Dan Berkovitz, a longtime partner in the crime rigging business. That's who it's going to be. In my opinion, they're going to put Dan Berkovitz there just to continue the con. We'll see what happens. I've been through it so many times. Remember this one. 2 weeks before they took down Veritasium, which would have solved the COMEX problem, peer-to-peer transactions on the COMEX, we wouldn't have half a billion ounces traded every day on the COMEX of silver. It wouldn't happen with Veritasium, peer-to-peer transactions. They'd have to have the real deal. It's rehypothecated derivatives on the COMEX. It's so stupid. But that's what we have. So, same thing happened 2 weeks before Veritasium was shut down and Reggie Middleton was literally put in handcuffs without going to jail because he basically gave them everything he had. The SEC, the criminal SEC. 2 weeks before, the head of the cyber unit chief, which is in charge of the cryptos, Robert Cohen, retired and went to a crypto company. Surprise, surprise, surprise. And then they took down Reggie Middleton and Veritasium. To this day, we don't know what's going to happen to the 98 million Veritasium tokens that the U.S. government stole. Nobody knows. It's just frozen in limbo to this day. This is going on 2 years now. Will Cliff High's data come true? A lot of it is lately. That the U.S. goes to Reggie and says, help us solve the problem we have, which is rehypothecation of assets on exchanges. Veritasium solved that. How would that work? I have no idea. Do they need it? Absolutely. Would the bankers freak out that they can't play their games anymore? Absolutely. So I'm hanging on my Veritasium tokens. Yes, they're probably worthless. But like I tell everybody, it's a lottery ticket. And if that lottery comes in, wow, you're going to be doing really well. How do you get it? It's hella hard to get Veritasium. You got to go on those goddamn exchanges, which I hear Binance has been putting Theta on maintenance. Maintenance is a ridiculous joke used by the exchanges to say, we either don't have the tokens or we don't want to give them to you right now. We don't want to give them to you because we want to use them for some manipulation, or we need to get them from somewhere else because we already sold them to you. And that trickles down to things like SimpleSwap and all the brokers. Maintenance is a ridiculous term, but it comes from companies like Binance, the largest dealer of Theta in the world. When Binance goes on maintenance, means they want to delay for whatever reason, then everybody goes on maintenance. Maintenance. They just either don't have the coins or they want to wait for a better price to pick them up. They don't want you to benefit. I did want to tell you guys about a fraud that's going on. Another one. There's so many crypto frauds. Look out for fake Theta websites. ThetaToken.org is the main website. And this is a good YouTube video about what's going on with Theta right now.
Hey everyone, it's Ben from Cryptos for All. This is just a quick video that I wanted to put out just to alert everyone of a current scam that's going on YouTube. This last happened back on April 16th, but it looks like they're at it again, and it's the same people just with a different website. So this is live streaming currently on YouTube. You can see that there's over 1,500 people watching it right now. It started streaming 2 hours ago. And it's being streamed by this channel called Theta Network with 580,000 subscribers. Last time they did this, they only had 263,000, I think.
You guys, I've seen my picture up there, my logos, all it looked exactly like my information. It's a scam. It's a scam. This is a scam. You can go on, if you do a YouTube search or a DuckDuckGo search for Theta token, and there's the real site, ThetaToken.org. You can search down here. Sometimes there's ads pop up. It'll say ThetaToken.com or ThetaToken blah blah blah, and it's fake. It's got to be ThetaToken.org. Because there's so many cons. Never give anybody, and this is saying, oh, you get ROI for staking. Yeah, come back. Everybody do this, do this. It's a con. ROI for staking. It's a con. They will steal your cryptos. They will steal your Theta. I can't tell you how many emails I've gotten from people saying, oh my God, the Theta network's broken. I went on such and such site and I was trying to get in my wallet and my whole wallet got swiped. No, you clicked on the wrong site. So just be careful. I know how hard it is. And I have friends who say, okay, I'm gonna unstake because I want to do this, this, and this. I go, do you know what you're doing really? If your Theta is staked, you can unstake it. There's instructions on roadtoroota.com. And the only place a staked Theta can go back is your own personal wallet. It's the only place where the coins originally started from. But you can still screw up and put your 12 words or your 24 words into a mnemonic site that's not theta.org, thetatoken.org. So just be careful. Be as careful as you can. This is crazy world. Theta price is rolling. That's why it's on maintenance, because it's going up when everything else isn't. Who knows how high it's going to go? We're coming up to mainnet launch, and we're coming up to Tom Brady saying, hey, buy Theta. If that one comes true, look out. 10x, 20x, I don't even know how high Theta Fuel will go, and Theta. Just be ready. Theta Fuel is really strong right now as well. Let's take a look here. Almost 36 cents. I do expect a big run in Theta Fuel. With mainnet 3.0 it's kind of about Theta Fuel staking. Everybody and their mother's going to try to get in. Right now, the ratio is about 20 to 1. Jenny's saying it's going to be 8 to 1. The golden ratio guys are saying 6 to 1, although I don't believe in that. You know how many people are going to be trying to get their hands on Theta Fuel by mining it? A lot. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Really exciting time, though, if you're a hodler for Theta and Theta Fuel. They're both moving better than the crypto market. And they have big, big things coming up in the next 3 or 4 weeks. Even if you don't know anything about Theta and you're like, whatever, I got other cryptos, you want to be in Theta for the mainnet 3.0 launch. Or at least leading up to it. Who knows what will happen afterwards. You're going to want to be in Theta. I'm just saying. And as for silver manipulation, again, it continues. When's it going to break 30? I don't know. When the U.S. is ready to give up the ghost, probably. And then it'll get a little crazy. Clearly, Rostin Benham thinks something's coming in the end of June, so he's leaving. And when things happen like that, usually the big moves happen. So we will see how that goes. If you want to find out about silver manipulation, go to roadtoroota.com, hit search, type in silver manipulation like this. Begin a search, and you will find 1,151 articles and videos and discussions and proof of manipulation. 1,151. That's how long I've been doing this. Some of my favorites are this. Why would the U.S. government be rigging silver, Bix? Because it's the most important military secret known to man. Or it was. The Manhattan Project, to create the first nuclear bomb, needed massive amounts of silver to put in the magnets to build these things called calutrons. I outline it in The Great Silver Mystery. And it's over 3 billion ounces. Of course, they're gone now. The U.S. Treasury has no silver now. But they didn't have any silver from the 1940s to the 1990s, and they told everybody they had at least 3 billion ounces. How did I know that they didn't have any? Because they put it in these things called calutrons. In the Y12 facility and the B something facility. And how do I know that's true? Well, there it is. There's all the silver put into these things called bus bars, and it was a little complicated, but they said, oh yeah, right after the war, right after we dropped the bomb, they melted down the facility and gave back the silver. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of, and as a matter of fact, Here are the enclosures taken with a low-quality digital camera in the mid-1990s, and I proved they didn't shut it down until the 1990s when they needed the 3 billion ounces of silver, and that's when all that silver came flooding back into the market. And then I did a follow-up article on this called More on the Great Silver Mystery. I read a book by General Leslie Groves who talks about the Manhattan Project, and listen to some of the quotes he said. And if anybody believes their government doesn't lie to them, listen to this. Page 107, the administration decided that the need for copper should be reduced by substituting it for silver borrowed by the U.S. Treasury. That is such a lie. Silver is such a better conductor of electricity than copper. 107, Colonel Marshall thereupon called upon the Treasury of the Secretary, Daniel Bell. Mr. Bell said that he might be able to make some 47,000 tons of free silver together with 39,000 tons more, which could be released from the backup silver certificates if Congress authorized its use through appropriate legislation. So Congress authorized the use of silver, but they said they couldn't tell anybody about it. That's 2.75 billion ounces. And then page 107, 108. Listen to this. Under the terms of the financial agreement, the silver required by the project was to be withdrawn from the West Point Depository. 6 months after the end of the war, an equal amount of silver would be returned to the Treasury. It was further agreed that no information would be given to the press on the removal of the silver. The Treasury would continue to carry it on its books, on its daily balance sheets. They lied to you, and they never gave back the silver. Why would they have to give back the silver? It's all sitting in Oak Ridge, Tennessee at the Y-12 facility. Why would they dismantle the most important military technology on the history of the planet ever? They created a nuclear bomb, and they're going to shut down the facility that enriched the uranium. For why? Just to stick the silver back in the basement of the U.S. Treasury? It did not happen. Again, your government is lied to you. On page 109, many of the precautions we took were aimed at primarily concealing our interest in silver. And there's the original spreadsheets. Remember spreadsheets? Long before Excel and all the electronic spreadsheets, this is how they kept track of it. This is one of the sheets from that. Look at all those ounces of silver. They went down to the 0.01, a tenth of an ounce. And they moved almost 3 billion ounces of silver into this facility. These facilities, 2 facilities, an A and a Y-12 and a B. Anyway, that's your take on silver. Does your government lie to you? Absolutely. Does Rostam Bennett, the current acting chairman of the CFTC, want to tamp down the price and rig the markets? Absolutely, just like every CFTC chairman before him, including Gary Gensler, the current head of the SEC. If this pisses you off, as it should piss you off, keep fighting the fight. I don't know what to tell you. Your government has lost track of what America is. Truth and honesty is what holds countries together. Lying, cheating, stealing, rigging markets is what breaks them apart. So Rustin Bennett, farewell, good riddance. You're a traitor in my book. A traitor to humanity and a traitor to your nation, definitely. And they should remove that flag from behind your shoulder. And whoever comes in next, which I'm going to guarantee you right here, going to be good old Dan Berkovitz. He loves the market rigging too. Another traitor is moving into the head of the CFTC. That's why, Mike, you either fix the CFTC with something like Veritasium or you shut it down. I have a feeling it might be shut down. Anyway, more information, go to roadtoroota.com. Check out the Jenny Moonstone readings. Great stuff on silver, what's going to happen in the next few weeks. She's done a great job on Road to Roota. Look at all these Jenny Moonstone videos. Dozens. I don't even know how many. I think there's like 30 now. Go check that out. Again, join the Road to Roota. Hit subscribe today. When silver hits $30, we're going to stop giving away the silver coins with the subscription. A private road subscription is less than $1 a day. $2.99 for a year, and you get a free silver coin mailed to your front door. This is Bix Weir. I'll talk to you later.